The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Ready.
Now Hall to start the drive. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows to get the ball to him right away.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
A gain of 9 yards. First down.
The Lance going to throw. Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Osa Odighizuwa coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. They're able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Just bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now Lance. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's Lance. Rolling to his right. Catch is made by Hardman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Hall. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Now play fake. Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I don't see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll try to run it here with Hall. And boy, a good surge defensively. It'll depend on the mark, but I'm not sure he got there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
From his own end zone, Fields. This one swung out to Vaughn. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. They run with a rookie from K-State, Deuce Vaughn. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Boy, what a scene here. Just exciting times in the 47th state, the land of enchantment, New Mexico, NFL football here in Albuquerque, and these fans could not be happier to welcome this team to their new home. Now a 2nd and 6. Staying on the ground with Vaughn. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. Vaughn, they'll try the left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. On 1st down, Fields escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. Here's Fields now on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. On play action, Lance gonna look deep for Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And he takes it down to 40 with a pickup of 4.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this is gone from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And it's 3-0 here in the 2nd quarter. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Now Fields. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, that one's all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. Hands up, forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on third down, Fields. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner puts it on. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. KaVontae Turpin now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time. Picked up by DJ Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Lance to throw it. He gets it underneath to Hall. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run with Hall. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they'll go for it. Lance. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Here's the 4th-year man, J.K. Dobbins. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Breece Hall. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Zuerlein connects on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I think completions on first and second down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on third down.
Hey,
Now it's Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, it's Fields. That caught by the rookie tight end, Luke Schoonmaker. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. To throw is Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. A very one-sided first half. 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Don't jump. Ready? All right.
Third quarter starts with a run from Vaughn. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 45 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1 and 1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. On play action, Fields. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Go.
On 3rd down, it's Vaughn. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And they're going to speed things up here.
That's good. 4.
Vaughn on 1st and 10. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. C.J. Mosley getting to him behind the line of scrimmage there. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Again, a run with Vaughn. And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Up the middle, it's Vaughn. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
First down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. Down the left sideline. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there on the catch and run. 53 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Hall ought to give up the middle. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Hall again on 2nd down. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
25-yard line. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. And this offense on 3rd down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and a mile. Play action. It's Fields. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opponent.
There he goes, left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10.
Jaron Kearse in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
And now they'll throw with Lance. He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
A first catch there for Wilson and a 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Rio 1st down.
That one to the sideline and a nice catch there. He stays in bounds, but a penalty marker is down as well. Now Lance. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
70 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. The Lance going to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now a 1st down throw. Fields
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
And then Albuquerque's 1st down.
Fields on 1st down.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Bryce Hall.
And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Well, time, I mean, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had...
This is caught inside the 15. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation.
They'll try to run with Hall.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Breece Hall, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and the lead is now 24. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And that'll bring up fourth down on the big sack with a loss of 5.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll roll him out right. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. Flushed out right.
Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So this crowd will not go home.